Hello Virgo, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie is with the other family members right now, so he may not be a part of the video today, but I'm coming to you with your reading for the next 10 days. So today we're going to take a look at your overall energy. We'll look at your specific energy and then the energy of the person connected to you, and then how these energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Virgo collective. I want you to keep in mind that these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. If you would like additional context and texture, I recommend watching your sun, moon, rising, and north node videos for the additional context and to put the puzzle pieces together. And then, of course, if you're interested in a more personal experience, be sure to check out the description below where I have links to personal readings, all the ways to connect on social media. And if you are a female Virgo and you're watching this before the 30th of December, be sure to check out my Hack the Lack webinar. You need to follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Creators on the Crest, so you can see the link there for that, as well as my holiday specials are out there for everyone. So Hack the Lack is going to be amazing. We're going to embody the Empress. We're going to work on some limiting beliefs and releasing those, and we're going to do a special closure process that I'm trained in. That's really exciting. It's going to be a great way to close off the year, and it was supposed to have already happened, but I ended up falling ill for a couple days, so now it's on the 30th. So anyone who's listening who might be interested in that, it is going to be a live webinar on Zoom, but the recording will also be available if anyone cannot make it but would like to have the information in the meditation. Okay, so your energy is the grandmother's Virgo. Remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. Woo. So we might be dealing with some ancestral stuff going on here, Virgo. Let's take a look. You get the Three of Cups, the Knight of Wands, and the Two of Wands. Ooh, okay. So there is definitely, with that Three of Cups, a community kind of feeling going on. Could be friends, could be family members. We do have that remember your roots. Could be something to do with your hometown. Maybe some of you are returning home for the holidays and it has something to do with that. You're feeling very, very passionate about something, definitely leaning into something, moving forward with something, and it's leading you to just new paths of discovery. It feels like you're on a very exciting journey to me right now. For the person connected to you, they get the Ace of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Eight of Cups. This person is starting out something brand new, practical, material world, financial. Prosperity is coming in for this person, coming up for this person. It could be something they're working on. They do get this Tower in the form of this deck. It's the Storm. A bit of chaos coming in for them. They may have had a setback of some kind, or there's just something that's being up-leveled and changed. Talk about uprooted. Remember your roots. This person's getting uprooted and changing for them, and they're also sitting with a little bit of disappointment here. We'll have to see what that's about. Very interesting energies. Maybe something didn't get going as quickly as they wanted it to. In the connecting energies, you get the Six of Wands and the Justice card. So the Justice card is connected to that of Libra. So it's a really nice indicator of a balance in this connection. And then we also have the Six of Wands, which is a progress card, a victory card, a celebration card. So in the connecting energies, it's looking really nice. All right, let's see. Trust the weavings. Okay. Important part of the message, trust the weavings. That's from the card, and it may have to be your title, because I think the both of you here probably have the opportunity to lean into trust a little bit. Let's do this Three of Cups. It looks like something's up with community here. You get the Lovers, which is a Gemini card also. So some of you could be dealing with a Gemini, or you have Gemini in your chart, or with friends. And it's also clarified by the Three of Cups. Coming together for you with new friends, new opportunities. Communicating with people at this time is really important. You need to be social. You need to be in communication. It's a good time during the holidays. Some of you that are returning to your hometown, back to your roots, maybe you're going to see some people you haven't seen in a while. Take the opportunity to catch up and actually have some conversations with people, because it seems like it's a really good time to maximize some reciprocal. Seems like a really good time to maximize reciprocal relationships here. So it's looking pretty good. I don't necessarily get that that has to do with romantic love. Maybe you're balancing friends and family, or friends and your partner, or you and your partner are trying to decide on all the events and things that you're getting invited to as well. That could be part of it. But I take advantage of that, especially with double Three of Cups there. Okay, so for the Knight of Wands, this passionate energy, this leaning into, you also have the Four of Cups and the Ten of Wands. You've got some blocks here, Virgo. One block is of the emotional nature, and the other block has to do with you taking on too much or pushing yourself too hard. And while you're highly capable, at times you seem to be taking on more burden than you need to take. You could be just as creative, if not more creative and free-flowing, without whatever extra tool you're trying to pick up. So if you've got your eggs in too many baskets, or you're focused on too many areas right now, I would suggest that it looks like a good time to scale down and really keep your focus set on just a few priorities. I think if you get too many things going with the degree you're leaning in, you're just going to get spread so thin. You're leaning in so much with your passionate energy that it's going to maximize if you direct it toward one single thing. And you do have this emotional block here. Something has you feeling empty, and maybe it is because you are directing yourself in too many different directions. So try to let go of some things. I know I'm a social media content creator and tarot reader, and there's so many directions I can go with that. There's so many different social media outlets, and you can make the mistake of thinking you need to be on everything and put your energy into everything, and then you pretty quickly get drained, right? And so I've really refocused here on YouTube and one or two of the other social media platforms where it's very easy for me to post and upload, and it has really helped me draw in more of my energy for what I can offer here and into my business, right? And that's what I sense for you. Now, you could be focused on parts of your job, maybe, and you've been pulled in many directions, and you need to have a conversation with your boss, perhaps. Or maybe a conversation with the boss hasn't gone very well. Maybe it's time to have some boundaries in place and to renegotiate the terms of your employment. For some of you, that could be the case. For the others of you, I feel this is something that you are more passionate about. So something that you really want to do, but you're kind of leaving yourself feeling disappointed because you can't do it all. So just focus on one. Just pick your favorite and go. For the Two of Wands that you get, it's clarified, catch this, by the Three of Wands and the Four of Wands. The 2, the 3, and the 4 of Wands, Virgo. There you go. A very Virgo way to answer your own energy here. You're progressing quite nicely into a place of greater stability that is more aligned with your passions, okay? The progression is right here. The 2, the 3, and the 4. The 2 of Wands, we're looking at the beautiful sunset over the mountains, and we're like, wow, we would really like to be on top of that mountain. That mountain is what really lights my fire. That mountain really makes me happy. And for the 3 of Wands, that's when we're packing our things. What are we going to take with us on this journey? What do we need to leave behind because it's too much of a burden? And then the 4 of Wands, you've built your ship, or you have your hiking stick. You have have the means for which to move forward into your passion from a place of greater stability and having done all the planning and the foresight, right? So really nice progression for you into the passion. I'm glad to see that. Just make sure you are tuning out the noise. Let's get the extra noise out of there and let's get fine-tuned and laser focused. Okay, let's look at this other person's Ace of Pentacles here. The energy just kind of went boop when I shifted into them. There's definitely a different person here than you. They get the King of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. This person has a lot of insight, a lot of knowledge to share, a lot of information to share. I think at times they are new to sharing it, or they hold back. Perhaps there may be a little bit of fear there, or they just need their private time. They need to nurture more of the self-care aspects, or they need to work on their boundaries. And I do think they're aware of this. So they're trying to figure out, there's a lot of mental activity going on to figuring out how they maintain their boundaries and their self-care while putting themselves forward into a more prosperous and potentially interactive kind of space, which is interesting because I kind of feel like you're getting out there as well. The both of you, excuse me, are doing this. Different energies though, unique energies to each of you. What is this Tower for them? The Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. I think this has to do a lot with what they're walking away from. And I'm going to say for this person, what they're finally leaving behind has to do with their ancestry, because we did get that grandmother's card overall. This person has probably done a lot of healing on their ancestral lines, and it has just come to the point where I think they probably felt for a long time like they were going to dishonor or disobey or disrespect their ancestry by taking a different path. But the call to their true self, to their true knowledge and wisdom and what they came here to do is so powerful that it created this chasm between, they really had to make the choice. Either you're going to walk down the path of your highest potential and your purpose and who you came here to be, or you're going to go with the preconceived notions and possibly socially imprinted beliefs of your ancestral line. We know through the eons has gone through tremendous evolution and tremendous suffering and tremendous lack and scarcity, and this person is choosing to leave it all behind. Even though they love their heritage, they love their ancestry, they must follow the call of their own soul, and that's what they're preparing to do. But it's in their own personal life, it's been quite a stormy time for them to walk away from this. So quite a lot of momentum going on in their ancestral line because of the choices that they're making. To me, it feels like the right thing for them to do, the most authentic thing they can do for themselves. In fact, I think it has them a bit blocked into how they're showing up, and the more they align with themselves. See, because they too are a part of the ancestral line, and even if they have ancestors who made them feel like they would be ostracized, are not a part of the group, they too are a part of the weavings, and they too must weave the thread of their highest truth. And they could be changing the direction of their entire ancestry with this by weaving this new thread. Taking a different path than the ones that came before them, for sure, but it's time to change something up. Okay, and for the Eight of Cups, so now they have the Eight of Cups twice over here. There's been some doubles that have come up in your reading here. They get the Hermit and the Knight of Wands. Wow, interesting. You have the Knight of Wands. They do too, but their Knight of Wands, whereas you're a more active, lean into kind of energy, almost in a more masculine energy. Not that you're male or female, you know, but just that active, forward, moving energy. Theirs is more through introspection and intuition. It's almost like they have to go inside of themselves in order to lean into something. It's a more passive energy. but that's the way they prefer it. And the Hermit is also your energy, Virgo. So maybe you have had some sort of influence on this person in a positive way to stay aligned with their passion and to encourage them to keep blazing that new trail. Whew. Okay, let's look at the Six of Wands, progress, victory in the connecting energies. You bring in the energy of the Five of Pentacles. They bring in the Emperor. Ooh. Oh, okay. This person's energy, because of what they are truly shifting out of, because of what they're doing for their ancestral line, is such a big shift. You too, what you're doing is a shift as well, but you're a little more stabilized on your path, a little more actively stabilized. This person is still, they kind of go like this. They have to kind of turn themselves inside out and then they'll come forward. But when it comes to issues of their financial safety and security in this change, if you at all bring in any kind of lack, scarcity, negativity along the lines of maybe not being able to contribute, or money matters, or housing matters, or things like this, any kind of lack in those areas is probably going to trigger this person to harden up and become pretty defensive to that energy. I would not take this personal, because this comes up on a progress and celebration kind of card. I think it's just their way of protecting themselves, because if they let that energy get to them, that will overwhelm them. They're already in this, they're already like walking through the storm, coming out of the storm. Remember, they have the Tower here. That's complete upheaval. This person is turning themselves inside out. And it looks like it's been a progression that they're doing for a while. And they've got so much to offer. They're getting really clear on it. And their action will come forward. They just might have a hard time in right now if they perceive like weakness around them. And it's a more primal response for them. Really interesting. It's a more primal response. I don't think they're thinking, oh, you know, I need to defend against this. I think it's just happening because of everything they're going through. So maybe just be really conscious about what you say and how you say it to this person, especially to do with money matters or finances, if the two of you are wrapped up together in those kinds of issues. One second. Whew, a lot of energy just came down the pipeline with all of that. So I know there's a lot of clearing. This person may seem kind of cold or blocked, though, around some conversations right now. So if there are some conversations that can maybe wait, I hear give it like 2 or 3 weeks, and then maybe it'll be a better time to approach this person. Give them a minute to come a little bit further out of this storm, okay, and align more with the energies. For the Justice card between the two of you, and Justice representing Libra energy, balance, truth, getting to the heart of the matter, you bring in the energy of the Star, and they bring in the Nine of Cups. Both absolutely beautiful energies. The both of you you wish to feel a contribution, a solid contribution in this connection, in this relationship. It's a fierce love. It's a fierce connection that has a lot of very high potential. I want to say lofty potential. And things are happening. Things are happening. Sometimes as we're going along the path, the things don't happen like we thought they would, because we're already putting ourselves in that loftier, higher mindset or higher vibrational place. And so as we continue to have to navigate the human experience and the human journey and some of the effects of the previous cause points that have been woven, it can be a little tricky. But the two of you have a really beautiful love. You're both coming to the table. You both have high aspirations and great wishes for this connection. So it's actually looking really good. Okay? It's actually looking really good overall. You both have a few emotional things to work on here for sure, but progression is definitely the key, and it's definitely happening. So just continue to trust the Weavings. And Virgo, your final message from the Whispers of the Ocean Oracle is 34, the gift of neutrality. Balance is at work in your life. Yin and yang are opposites in energy, but reside side by side to create the gift of neutrality. And I love that. I think that both of you are working on these ancestral patterns, you on your side, them on theirs, and they look very different, okay? They look very unique from one another, but they're also creating some really beautiful energies between the two of you that I think you can really use as a cement to the foundation of an already beautiful relationship, right? So there's some very important things happening here. There's some very important upheavals, especially on this person's side. You're going through your own things, but on their side, they're turning inside out. So you have to remember that they'll come into balance with you here because both of you have that intention. Both of you have that goal. You have to be a little more sensitive to the sore spots for both of you, for each other. But other than that, this is looking pretty darn good, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining today. It was my pleasure to do this reading, and I look forward to seeing you next time.